Welcome back to my channel, and today I have created a simple sourdough focaccia bread recipe. After many attempts to find the perfect recipe and make this my own, I finally have a great one for you that's so simple. So in a stand-up mixer, you're going to go ahead and combine your flour, water, sourdough, salt, and honey. All of my ratios will be over on the blog, so make sure you find that in the description box below, and you can print out the recipe, pin the recipe, or just follow along. But you're going to go ahead and combine all of that in your stand-up mixer. If you don't have a stand-up mixer, don't worry, you could do this all by hand. I actually preferred it after doing it a couple more times after I did this video. It's just easier, less dishes to clean, and all of that. So once your dough has come together, you're going to be ready to do the next part to create the focaccia. Now, with Very Creative, I've seen all over social media and all over the internet ways to add herbs and fresh vegetables, even like a pizza and a cheese focaccia. All of it looks delicious and it's perfect to add to any meal. Now, with this, there are going to be a series of stretch and pulls that you are going to do, and I am going to describe all that over at my blog. But basically, after your dough has been combined, you're going to let it rest for about 30 minutes, and then moving in a circle, so moving clockwise, you're going to go ahead and pull the dough up and over and work your way around the bowl. And you're going to do this about 3 more times with 30 minutes in between. Make sure that it's covered in between because you don't want this to dry out. So as you can see, as I'm going through the stretching and pulling production or procedure, I'm actually just covering it with a dinner plate. I don't use any saran wrap, or I've seen people use shower caps, and that is a nice possibility too. But I will cover it with saran wrap at the end for the final proof. You'll see here in a little bit. But yeah, just go ahead and use a dinner plate when you're doing those stretch and pulls. So for the final proof, this is basically later in the evening, so this is a 2-parter. So later in the evening, I am going ahead and buttering a bowl, and I am going to put my dough in here to proof throughout the night. So all that stretch pull dough is going to go inside that bowl, and I'm going to cover it with saran wrap and a plate to prevent it from drying out. And once that's done, the next day we're going to go ahead and prepare the focaccia for baking. So on a baking sheet, you're going to go ahead and line it with parchment paper, and then brush on some really good quality olive oil, and then take the dough out of the bowl, and you're going to use your thumbs and fingers that are lightly oiled with olive oil and make little dimples throughout the focaccia, very light, and you're going to let this produce a final proof before we get ready to top it with our toppings and bake it. Okay, once you lightly dimpled the bread and you are ready to let this do its final proof. So this is going to take about 2 hours, a little longer. You can let it proof. And then if you need to bake it later, just stick it in the refrigerator after the 2 hours. But once that's done and it gets closer to the time and you're ready to bake it, you want to preheat your oven to about 500 degrees. And while that's preheating, that's when you're going to go ahead and add your toppings. Now, when I say toppings, the possibilities with the focaccia are pretty much endless. You can add meat, you can add vegetables, herb, and cheeses. Today, I'm using tomatoes, some herbs, and seasoning, and it is splendid, let me tell you. Okay, just when you thought dimpling was over, you are gonna dimple one more time. So I'm sprinkling with a little bit of Himalayan sea salt and garlic powder before I add the toppings. Like I said, make sure you head over on my blog. I have tons of sourdough recipes, including this one. You can pin them for later to your Pinterest board. You can print them if you rather have a hard copy. But I'm here to encourage you and inspire you to get in the art of sourdough. I believe in the philosophy that you can live life to its fullest on less, and sourdough is just one of them. You're going to get the best of the best with bread, and the creativity that you add into creating not only this focaccia but other of my sourdough recipes is endless. So make sure you head over there. If you enjoy sourdough recipes, always let me know so I can keep doing this. I am a newbie to sourdough. I haven't had tons of years of experience, but just enough. So so now we are going to bake the focaccia in the oven, and halfway through we're going to go ahead and turn it. And then once we turn it and everything's cooked to its golden brown, you're going to pull it out and put it on a cooling rack to let it cool before you slice into it to serve it with dinner. This tastes great with butter. You can serve it with soup or any pasta dish. I have even seen people make pizza with this. I've seen them add butter, honey, more oil to it, like olive oil. So you can do whatever tickles your fancy. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope it inspires you. Like, this is simple, guys. The hardest part is really just knowing the dough and the process. Once you bake with sourdough, after a while, you're going to know the consistency of a good dough. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you want more videos on how to live well on less. And I will see you guys soon.